Hello everybody and welcome to another bybb webinar. Today we're going to be covering how to use your dashboard and some of the other enhancements that we've made to the system and the funnels. So with that said, let me go ahead and start sharing out my screen here. And we have enabled the chat box, so feel free to enter any questions you have in there. As Becky is not a presenter in this webinar, she will be helping me moderate the chat as we go through. So thanks for that, Becky. And everybody should be seeing my screen now. We're on the bybbSHARING homepage. You'll notice that we've made a few minor changes here. We've expanded the size of these images here. We've removed the pop-up footer. And a lot of other finer refinements have gone into and are going into the bybb system front end, as well as the dashboard. And that's really what we're here to talk about today. So the way to get to your dashboard, I guess, is a good place to start, is either click on your username here at the top or click on dashboard down here at the bottom. This is the live dashboard as you guys have seen it. Oh geez, let me turn off my Outlook, sorry about that. And let me share with you what it is going to look like about tonight. So some of you have seen this before, but each prospect is going to have a rating, and we're going to be articulating out your cycle date and how many days are left in your cycle, and then we're going to be doing real-time tracking of the conversions for how many people have enrolled, etc. You will be able to drill in to your prospects, and you'll be able to see the prospect's name. Actually, when you see this as the prospects come into your dashboard over the next little while, we're going to be exposing much more information about the prospects to you immediately, as the version of the funnel is no longer a lockdown version. You'll be able to see all of the emails they've had, which chats they've engaged with, if any, and see the transcripts of those. So we think that that's a pretty nice touch. This will be the first thing that loads when you log into your dashboard, which is going to be your partner prospector. Then once you drill in, again, this is going to be the prospects, and you will be able to drill in here if they've had chats, emails. You'll also be able to see a history of their site visits and to which funnel they're assigned to, as well as which source, which is going to be the first column over here, as an email that just went out not too long ago, indicates that we're going to be identifying for you which source they came from. So if it's our vendor source 1 or vendor source 2, you'll know. And that's going to enclave into the tracking to see which is the most effective source. So obviously we would want to concentrate efforts there and see what we can do to refine the ones that aren't performing as well. Some of the other things that are done here in your dashboard and ready for you to use. The contact details panel is here, and I would like to note that if you are not selected to receive the newsletter here on the bottom, then you will not be receiving the updates. So this is optional. We don't force this when you sign up with bybb, but we highly encourage you to have it so that you can stay in contact. We've had a lot of people say that they're not getting any emails just to find out simply that they've asked not to. So if you've got multiple addresses, you can specify them here or edit the address on your account. If there's downloadable products like our alpha phase PDF for the feature set of all of the work that went into the alpha phase before we brought this into production, that would be available in your downloads had you ordered it there. There's a direct link to change your password for very easy access to do so. You can also, I need to fix this left navigation, sorry. You can also track any of the forum posts that you may have made or comments that you've put in. This is legacy and is actually going to be going away because this is going to be a live sync with byTH, so you can disregard this for now. You don't need to do anything here. We're going to be taking care of all of that for you. This was part of the alpha development where we actually needed to collect this information so that we could do some hard coding and tracking and things like that for your account. That's no longer the case as we have the integration with byTH completed. This is a very interesting piece. We haven't really talked much about this, but what I would like to share is that the profile page here is being synced with your byTH profile page. And this is part of the advocacy methods that we use for you. So while we're going to be releasing partial information to the prospects, we want to give them an idea of who they're dealing with. And so we're going to be taking particular pieces of information from your profile on your sharing center. Right, so that didn't go quite the way I wanted. Here we go. And while this is not the full version yet, it will have integration for you to be able to add your Facebook account, your YouTube account, your Twitter account, etc., where you can roll all of that up. And there's going to be a link right here for the public version of this. And you'll be able to use a URL that we'll provide for you for the public version of your profile that you can share with anybody. And right there on this profile page, you'll be able to show which funnels you would like to share. So as they all become available and depending on your subscription with bybb, you'll be able to have them right there. Another very cool feature that's shortcoming is a custom domain. So if you are Jane Doe, you would be able to register janedoe.com, and we're integrating that with GoDaddy, so we'll be able to connect it right here with GoDaddy. You get your domain on GoDaddy, and then our system automatically creates it for you, and then you can direct that custom domain here to your public profile page or out to any of your funnels or your replicated byTH site. So that's pretty cool. The profile image here is just that. That's where you're going to upload your avatar. We're going to be making this significantly larger because a lot of people are requesting that. And then the social here is going to be what's integrated and rolled up into your profile. And moving on into the engagement section here, we have the orders, and this is where you can cancel any of your build automators if you've got a recurring build automator. If you've purchased a one-off product, you can view all the details there, or request to return, and do all of your order management here. Private messages, this is where you can send and receive messages to other bybb members. Once exposed and enrolled, that will include your prospects. We are also adding in team management, so you can do bulk sends to your entire downline or segments of your downline, where we're going to be able to enable you to set up a group of contacts. So if you want to have a group called, my friends, then it would go to all your friends. If you had one for my warm market acquaintances, you could send it to all of the acquaintances. And then something else that's very nice here is you'll be able to see your chat history. I have not chatted with myself, so I don't have anything here, but this is the interface which will also roll up into your prospects chat history. So you'll be able to see, again, when they chatted, who they chatted with, and the transcript button will be here, so you can actually see the entire chat. So you can see exactly who's being told what, when, and how. And then to wrap up the engagement module, we have the My Webinars module. So once a webinar has reached its start time, it will disappear from the on-demand webinars, and it will be accessible via the My Webinars module in your dashboard. You can replay any previous webinars. You can see the status of the webinars, or you'll be able to register for any upcoming webinars. and also have the ability to add those to your calendars, either iCal Outlook or your Google Calendar. And essentially, that's how the dashboard is going to function. That's what it's going to, share with you. And again, this is all built in a real-time basis so that it's open and transparent. One of the things that I kind of just like to walk through here is a little bit on the funnel. And so as I pull this over,
attack free radicals at the cellular level with a surge of superpowered vitamins, minerals.
That video is a little bit lengthy, so we won't go through the whole thing, but I would just kind of like to highlight some of the things that your prospects are going to see versus what you see. For example, this register button here will not be here for your prospects. When your prospects come, it's actually going to say, "Hi, Jane," if it's Jane, or "Hi, John," if it's John. And be able to link them into their account section, have they made any purchases. And this is really tailored for delivering the total health message. I know that it's been shared with a lot of people, but I don't know that everybody that's on this webinar has had the opportunity to actually see liferestoring.com. And I'm not going to go through every granular detail of it, but I would like to just kind of go through and show how, it's 5 simple steps to total health. And there are several things that are impacting our lives on a daily basis. Life restoring is easy. 5 simple steps. You need vital health. So, you want to see just how easy it is, you can visit step 1, which is attack. And if you can't pronounce the ingredients, you shouldn't eat or use it. So some of the other features that are built into this and are continued to be added into this is the flyout here on the left. Now this allows you to control your style of the site and also send us a message.
Attack free radicals at the cellular level with a surge of superpowered vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants.
Yeah, that one's only 10 seconds, so no problem. So where we have the message us interface here, this chat interface is being combined into the left flyout. That's actually being done as we speak. So it'll say advocate chat or chat with an advocate, and then they'll be able to initiate the chat right here. And again, if we know them and it's Jane, it'll say, "Hi Jane, care to chat with your advocate? How can we help you today?" or something like that. Everywhere, wherever possible, we welcome them by name. Now, one of the other features here that I really like is the ability to control the color. And man, does this thing pop when it's Massagey purple. All of the buttons are dynamic. You'll notice that when you look at this site on any device, every one of these logos, each one of these icons, are built in what is called a Webby font. So it's pixel perfect, and it renders pixel perfect on any device. The next version coming up is actually going to have controls here on the video so that the prospect will click the video, and then you'll actually get a notification back in your dashboard that, "Hi John, Jane has just watched the free radicals video on attack," etc. And then we've tried to build in some pretty fun things like some animation here. Some of this content you guys have seen before in the different Be Young Total Health PDFs, but we've taken that and we've kind of lit it up and brought it to life. So here's an example where you can view the comparison. Now this is a PDF that was built before, and it mentioned some very specific perceived competitors. But when you really look at what everything that Massagey has to offer is there in the bottle, you can see just how powerful that it really is. And of course, there's going to be a full-blown Massagey funnel coming up shortly. So here's something that we think is very cool. We've worked very closely with corporate to develop this, and we're getting this out and orders coming through. And what it is Massagey Minutes. And this is just a mouthful of Massagey so people can see just how delicious it is. When we say that even children love it, we're not kidding. And all of you as avid Be Young Total Health product users, you got to know how good Massagey is. I mean, makes you want to drink it. It's that delicious. So a massage minute is to let the prospects be able to get an idea of the quality of the Be Young Total Health products without actually having to become a sharing partner or even knowing that they are actually a product partner. And then they can, you know, right here, click to buy it. Now the format of this page is not 100% done yet, but all of the functionality is here. And what we have done is we've rolled up each step of the checkout process into one page. So this is a one-page checkout. If you want to change the address, this will collapse, or it should collapse. Right. So there's a default load, but if it, because I had selected this already, so it knows me, so it's not loading it. But each piece of it is right here, and then they can go ahead and buy it. The next product that's going to be available for them is the actual attack pack, and then on each of the various steps, there'll be the products available for them to purchase down at the bottom. Here's a really nice feature also that you can share with people. The timeline has been fully animated. Now, we first brought this to life when we did the bybbSHARING rendition, and now we've customized it for the life restoring experience. And it's just, you know, it's something that's very fun, very modern. And all of this gets tied back into your dashboard, which gets tied back into bybbSHARING. And the whole goal here is to get as many prospects evolved from product partners to sharing partners. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and come back over and take a look at the chat and see if there's any questions, and we'll take it from there. Let me just go down to the bottom. Print too small to see. I hope that you can zoom. There's not much I can do about that. I am running full screen. Oh, thank you, Becky. Yes, that's a good answer. Just go to liferestoring.com and see it for yourself. Okay, so we have a question on the drill down. So no, yes and no. It's not only for your observance, but that's a good question. So down here, as your prospects are going through this, for every page except for the intro page, down here is we have a call to action for the step. We're going to be giving them a, you know, kind of just a short blurb about contact my sponsor now. You know, I want to know my sponsor now. And when they click that, because through the emails we'll have articulated them and indoctrinated them, letting them know that, you know, bybbSHARING is an advocacy system that's been hired by you, our partner, our customer, to go out and reach the prospect, Jane or John or whoever it is. And, you know, our job is to introduce Total Health, and really what our whole objective is to help our partner customers share the Total Health message. And, you know, that's our job. And we're not embarrassed by it. We're not shy about it. We just want to be very diplomatic in the way that we approach it, because we don't want to come off salesy. You know, we really are trying to help people share. And so those are, you know, some of the things that are being worked into the autoresponders, as well as the what we're calling, as we know them, versions of all of the funnels. So where this may be used for a warm market or an organic SEO search term, what the advocates actually see based off of the links that they're sent in their autoresponders is very different than what the other markets see. So I hope that answers that question. Let's see.
Daniel?
Yes?
I might interject here. This came up when you were showing the drill down section of what each prospect was doing and what was occurring, and she wanted to know if you could drill down further and even reach out to them, and that's when you were showing things
Okay.
in their back office.
Okay, sure. And then, so in trying to answer that question, you know, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the as we know them version. So we can offer them the ability to request to meet you. And essentially what that's going to do is exchange both of your full contact details. Up until that point, we're going to be, so we've upgraded the engine and the whole logic and all of the system we use for email accounts. And so instead of everything going out from advocate@bybbSHARING.com, everything is going to go out at, you know, partner name at bybbSHARING.com. And so we'll have a master inbox to manage all of those messages. And then as the contacts have requested to meet their sponsors, then that full contact email chain and everything will be exposed to you. At that point, at that point, you'll have the ability to interact with them. And in doing so, you'll have full knowledge, again, of every chat we've ever had with them and every email they've ever sent from us and every time they've ever visited the site. Does that answer the question? Okay, I believe so. Okay, so we've got another question about being able to use GoDaddy existing domains. Sorry, no, it does not work like that. The API calls for integration at the time of registration with GoDaddy. We can't go back and do a historic integration. So that's only going to work for new domains. But if you already have a GoDaddy domain, you can log into GoDaddy and forward it over manually. I'm sorry, the GoDaddy domain is not free. You'll have to buy that from GoDaddy. Somebody's asking, referring to the dashboard, it's your BYBB dashboard. So you can go to log into BYBB and just go to your username up here or dashboard in the bottom. That's how you use your BYBB service.
Just to touch base with that, Daniel, this individual isn't able to view the screen, and so we'll address that separately later, so he's not seeing where to go. So he'll have to view the presentation after he gets off, and then he'll be able to see it.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And most other questions have been answered until you get to the very end.
Sorry, guys, I'm just reviewing the questions here. So somebody's asking if they can see all of the as we know it versions. I'm actually going to be doing a whole other webinar on that, just on that, to show everybody the integration. Here shortly, I'll get that set up as soon as we've completed all the integration with the Sharing Center. That's kind of our priority right now. Now that we've got the BYBB system functioning, we need to get that all integrated so that you guys can all see it out of your Sharing Center first. And we do have a few other Sharing Center refinements that we're going to be working on. And then I'll be coming over and doing a whole webinar to present that to everybody. I'll even share with you some of the emails and the ways that we're managing those campaigns and some of the logic and science that's going into all of it and the reasons we're asking them to select colors and a more in-depth on the funnel side when that's more appropriate. So I think that's all of them. So options to purchase. Various. And LIE, if they're just prompted to buy one product, how does that? Trish is asking if they're prompted to buy just one product, how does that help us get qualified matrix and enrollees? That's just a sample to get them started. All of the other products are being added in. We're just not waiting for those to be added in. We're just getting to market. So I think that's all the questions. Does anybody have anything else they would like to ask? Please add it now. Becky, do you have anything?
No, Daniel, I think you've covered it quite well. A fun presentation again, and very well done. If people aren't excited, they better get that way because it's coming.
It's coming. It's here, and yeah, this is really exciting. I really believe we're going to be able to achieve that 3% conversion rate. And a good point, and something that we did mention in the email also is, you're going to be getting, if you had followed through with your 3-month commitment like we asked you to, and many of you did. You're going to be getting 3 months worth of prospects in like 2 weeks. So, I mean, I wish the calculator was functioning so you guys could go in and plug the numbers in for yourself, but do a 3% conversion rate on that, and that's pretty exciting. So, while of course I can't guarantee that, that is our absolute minimum goal. So thank you, everybody. We are here, strike up a chat with us if you need us. We're here to help. We're here to serve. We're working hard to build the most amazing platform available. And your input is always valued. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for your time today and your input. And with that said, I'm going to be wrapping up this webinar. Thank you, Becky, for your help.
You're so welcome, Daniel. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you.